And Lucas, it's weird that we're on this screen to start a recording session.
Yeah, it feels a little bit weird, but I just remembered why, because we finished Disc 2 and just called it a day.
Yeah, you can see right there. Look, Disc 3 in the G Garden Auditorium. So without further ado, let's see what's going on. And do you remember what happened last time?
The assault happened, and then we attacked, like, what's her name? Edea, the sorceress.
Yep. We beat Edea, we beat Sifa twice, and even Squall's like, is it over?
Well, Carl,
What?
I will say,
Yes.
we didn't beat Edea. Edea beat us, and then we came back to life and, like, just tried again.
Yeah, and the thing is now, Rinoa, what happened to it? Well, we want to know. And this is why. Yeah, she remember she got ill.
No, I just mean, like, do we care?
No,
Do we
not
just
really
want to
now.
leave
Oh,
her?
okay.
Like, I wouldn't mind.
I did talk about, didn't I? When one of the reasons that I've never properly completed this game, I've played through to the end of the disc and like got to higher level, been beaten by the final boss a couple times, and then just given up. One of the times that I played through it, me and my ex-girlfriend, we named the characters after ourselves, and Rinoa was named after her. And it just got to the point where, I got that playthrough, I don't want to finish this. Because, half the stories you need to save your ex, and I'm like, I don't want to. Oh.
It's like, you know what? She can be left. It's fine.
Head to Edea's house. Look at that. Not under the covers.
I mean, that's how I've been sleeping lately. It's boiling.
It is, but, do you want to explain that in video games why, characters never get under the covers?
Yeah, because it's really hard to, show any, character model in or, getting out of a bed, sheet or covers or anything, because the amount of, clipping with the model and stuff like that.
Yeah, animating fabric is infamously difficult. Oh my god, that's so loud on my end.
Weirdly enough, one of the most technically impressive things in The Last of Us 2
is
was,
when she takes off her shirt.
Yeah, a shot of Ellie, taking off her shirt, and it's that for such a small thing, obviously to us that's just taking off a t-shirt, that's such an everyday thing, but
it's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen from a graphical standpoint, and it reminds me a little bit of, have you ever seen how they did it in Mass Effect during the sex scenes?
No.
Right, so in Mass Effect there are sex scenes, right? And in those sex scenes, Shepard looks like he's taking his shirt off. It turns out he's not. What it is there's a shirtless model of Shepard and a model of Shepard with his shirt on. And and they frame it in a way where the shirtless model of Shepard comes out of the bed, he clips through the floor.
Oh,
so instead of taking his shirt off, it pans around as you see the back of your partner's head or what have you, and then the shirtless Shepard rises from the bed.
They just do the magic trick, replace him.
But if you go into no clip mode and watch that scene, you just see a shirtless Shepard just rise from the bed, and it looks incredible. So our mission is to go to Edea's house, and I'm fucking terrified because she's probably real mad.
Yeah,
Are we ready to go? I need to talk to Quistis. Make sure he's back at that house. Oh god, what about you, Zoo? Where's that? Do you want to play cards? Fuck's sake, do you want to play cards? Fuck's sake, no one wants to play fucking cards with me, Lucas.
No.
I guess we go in. Where's the next? I guess we got to see Matron.
So, Carl, interesting thing since we last played.
Yes.
Is that I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake now that came out on PS5.
Oh, that game's so fucking good.
It really is. And the one thing that reminded me to mention it is because, I'm laughing saying I don't care about Rinoa, and I care specifically about the females in the party because they have actual character, whereas Barrett just whines on. Yeah. And then obviously Biggs and Wedge, they weren't proper characters. They tried to, edge them out a little bit more. Oh god.
But Jessie though.
Yeah.
How much do you care about Jessie?
They clearly put all the effort into just the women interacting with Cloud and making him super awkward.
My favourite, the meme I saw about that is a screenshot. It's a fake text message conversation between Cloud and Jessie. It's just Jessie hey boy, give me that dick, and it's Cloud saying no. Because that's it. It's the entire game is hey boy, give me that dick, and Cloud's no. So you know what? Fuck this
just
thing.
Been playing chapter 8, I think, where you're with Aerith, and she keeps trying to give you high fives, and Cloud's
what's a high five? Cloud.
And then
is
at the end, when you have to
it.
hold triangle to awkwardly give her the slow high five, yeah, I guess so.
That game like makes me fucking love Cloud. 'Cause I never liked Cloud as a protagonist. I know he's like the most popular Final Fantasy protagonist, but I always felt he was a really bad one because he's so bland. Like he's just so especially in like Advent Children, he's fucking nothing in that game.
Fair, because like, I've only seen Cloud and I've not played the original Final Fantasy. No, not much of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
played the first few hours and dropped off, but they lean so hard into the fact that Squall. Just looking at Squall, that Cloud is so bland and is so boring.
And they make fun of him for that. So we've now got hit junction, which we don't need on Squall because he has, as you see, 255% hit ratio. Squall never misses, so we should give that to someone like Zell. So let's swap off one of his. We can swap off. Let's take Frostlass off him and give him Gengar. And we've also got Gallade. So what we actually, if we give him Gallade, give that to Spirit and Magic. We want good Spirit. We need his Spirit to be nice and high. You want your Spirit to be as high as possible because that's like your Magic Reflect. Drain. That'll do for now.
Wasn't Tornado really high, or do we want that on something else?
We've only got 40 tornadoes.
Yeah, but I think it took it to like 70.
Did it?
Unless I saw that completely wrong.
I think that was Curaga down here. Look, Curaga 73, right, Tornadoes 19. So
that was just a little bit slow on my end.
Yeah, and if you look at this, look, speed. He's got speed 23. Let's put slow 100, 63.
And I'm presuming speed does, what it does in FF7 remake of ATB gauge goes up fast.
Yeah, plus as well it gives you just a 5% boost to evasion, which is the a chance to evade every attack in the game. Mm-hmm. And it can go all the way up to 2555 or 255. And then we've got hit percentage, which obviously just anything that can give you a decent hit percentage. Haste works quite well. Actually, was slow. No, slow's better than haste because we've got more slows than we have haste.
Because we haven't got enough haste. Yeah, I was gonna say surely you want haste on speed. Ooh.
And there we go, Lucas. So let's just give him so now he has above 100% hit ratio, so he'll never miss.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is if you have you might be thinking, why would you want over 100%? Some enemies have evasion, but the higher over 100% you are, the less chance they have to evade. Like with Squall never misses because his hit ratio is so high, nothing can evade one of his attacks, which is why it's incredible. And what abilities do we want to give him? Fuck it, let's give him Mug. And then increase his magic because fuck it. Oh shit, I forgot we want to give Squall magic. We want to give him a GF because we've got Frostlass there. There we go. Because Squall doesn't need good magic. As long as his strength is like 80, I don't give a fuck. The only thing that matters about Squall is what's his strength. And he's still got counter, and fuck it. Vitality plus 40%, Spirit plus 40%. Because that's better than having high HP. I'd rather have high defense than high HP, to be honest.
Well, he's already got pretty high HP from the Curaga alone.
Like, did you see what it was before, though? It was like 6,000 HP. Like, you don't need that much HP. Like, 4,000 is enough. Oh, God, everyone's uncomfortable. So let's go see Edea. What's she got to say? Should we just kick the shit out of her? Oh, God. Hey, Robin Williams.
What did you do to my wife's house?
Many thanks for your hard work. Are you angry with me? I don't blame you. All I do is talk big, but in times of trouble I run away. Hey, that's my line! Oh, this is rough. Your defeat would mean the end of you. Your victory would mean losing my wife. Like, what fucking choice would I have? So I just didn't want to go. Which is fair, innit? It's either like my adoptive children get killed or my wife gets killed.
Mm.
And look at that. The framing is like he's physically blocking her with his body. So here's the explanation. She's probably wondering why the fuck is she trying to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
So ready for big lore dumps now, Lucas. I raise you as my own, yet still we feel the same way. We fought you too, knowing you were our matron. You cannot back out of battle. You were magnificent. She's even complimenting our battle style. We didn't even do what's that move we've got? The one that like sends like the beam into the heavens.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called now.
That blasting zone, I think. And while I was making while I was making the compilation, let's talk to them. I have been possessed. So it is, she was possessed.
Oh, so she's no longer possessed?
Exactly, yes. I was at the mercy, and here's like one of my least favourite things in RPGs. there was actually a super secret ultimate mega boss behind the scenes the entire time you don't find out about till the end of the game. Or in this case, Disc 3.
Sorceress Ultimacia.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's the
I
real
probably
final
pronounced
boss.
that very poorly, but oh well.
It doesn't matter, it's a made-up word. Ultimacia
Exactly.
is a sorceress from the future, a sorceress many generations ahead of our time.
Oh,
objective. Yeah. And this is where the game just becomes like, I don't care about the story anymore.
It's
Which
like,
is why I
a
only remember this one.
sorceress is travelling through time to find Alone because she's got weird time travel powers as well, and it's like, oh god, no.
So Ultimacia is a fearful sorceress. It's so much cool when it was just Edea. Because Edea's design is so strong. So Edea's like, I couldn't like her alone, so what I did instead is I surrendered my power to her. How'd that go?
Okay. I'm like, it's one of those of, I'm down for this in terms of like, yeah, okay, cool, like, she's our matron now and blah blah blah, but just, yeah, when it becomes like the time travel plot, I'm like, oh, Final Fantasy.
For me, it's just, there was a secret final boss behind the scenes the entire time you never knew about. I hate
that's
that.
bad enough, but then when it's they're travelling through time to find another person with time travel powers, and I'm like, oh no.
And then here's another enemy of Sorceress Adele. She was the ruler of Esper during the Sorceress War. Like, the fuck is the Sorceress War?
I preferred it when it was like, you know how Star Wars just refers like lightly to the Clone Wars and never mentions it again?
Yeah.
Like, I prefer it that way. Where it's just like, oh yeah, there was the Sorceress War and we never talked about it again.
So I was the sorceress who received Sorceress Adele's powers. So that is not the case. I received the powers of the previous sorceress at the age of 5. And even Self is like, the fuck does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorceress Adele is still alive, and Ultimacia released my body in order to use the body of Sorceress. Like, fuck. Like, it's complete fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And Sorceress Adele, so that's another person we're just being introduced to right now. So, like, Lucas, should Sorceress Ultimacia from the future bequeath her anger and hatred onto Adele? Their power would be unimaginable. And the thing is, I can still walk around and just stop talking to her, but I guess I got to listen. Sorceress Adele's the type. Oh, okay. So now we're going to talk to Sid. Like, what the fuck were you on about? What was going on here, mate? Please listen to what Edea has to say. Oh, so she's just lucid for now. Oh, well, I think she's told us everything we need to know. So I think now it's one of those situations we leave. Yeah.
What?
No, what it is like she's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's one of those situations in RPG where you have to try and leave the room to get the end of the story.
Yeah.
Do you know what's wrong with Rinoa? Remember vaguely what happened to her?
Oh, is it like the powers trying to jump to her or some bullshit?
Lucas, you called it again.
Yeah.
Did Rinoa die? No, not yet. You're like the most powerful like sorceress on the planet that we know of right now.
I guess not anymore though, right?
I like that, how you feel. You're in a position of leadership. The other students have a right to know about the outcome. Keep in mind as well, like at the end of Disc 2, when Squall himself was saying, I have a battle to lead, my responsibility is to all of us, not to one person. His own teammate saying, but you owe Rinoa. Now he's saying, I need to help Rinoa. Somebody else that but Squall, you owe it to the other students. This is bigger than one person.
You can't win.
You can't, can he? He's such a protagonist. It wasn't just Rinoa. So how come Rinoa keeps getting put forward like the most important person in this fucking scene? Lucas, that isn't, look at that. That isn't something a leader should say. Sid, where were you like an hour ago?
I like how Sid, our headmaster, is going, you know that leadership that I thrust upon you without you wanting it? Yeah, you're not a very good leader. It's like, I know, I didn't want this.
And then we've got Alone's mysterious power, sending one's consciousness back into the past. So she wants to use Ultimacia's power. And then, like, Squall's also thinking about Rinoa. She wants to send her consciousness from this period further into the past. And what's she going to do in the past? I don't know. And then he's thinking about Rinoa.
And then it's
Time compression! Time compression! Time magic, past, present, and future get compressed.
Oh, I thought it was that they wanted to travel further back in time to change the outcome of the Sorcerer's Ward.
That would be a more simple explanation. That makes more sense. Instead, it's that she wants to compress all time into a singularity because she's salty that she lost.
Cool.
All we have to do to prevent Ultimacia getting hold of the loan. That's all we got to do. Do you know what you should do? Just shoot alone. Just shoot her right in the face right now. No, it's
I think that's one way to deal with this problem, isn't it? All of the world could end if Alone gets like possessed by this Ultimacia power, and it's just like, all right, kill Alone off then.
So now we've got to give a big speech. Got to give
Another
that big
one.
dick. Yeah. And then they just fast forward through it.
Ah, right.
I do not want to see Squall try and explain that bullshit. Here's Lucas. Remember I talked about it earlier? Find the White Seed ship.
Oh, yes.
And they never tell you where it is. They just say find it, and they give you access to the entire world map. So Edea is back at her home, and she's no longer our enemy. Which means, do you know what we can now go do, Lucas? If she's back at her home, that means she's an NPC who can be interacted with. So, we can go fucking challenge her at cards. Actually, Joe, I want to save it outside because she's really good at cards. She might beat us. She might beat us and steal all our good shit, but she also has her card.
Oh.
So while I'm doing this, Lucas, can you please look up the location of the White Seed ship?
I can do so, sir.
Because there's just a picture of a map. Because that's the thing. This mission is infuriating because they just say go with the White Seed ship. It's anywhere on the world map. So yeah, let's challenge it. No, we are not playing with a combination of both rules. No.
Perfect, Carl. It comes up with a 325 by 219 JPEG that's so tiny I can barely see it. It's like,
Lucas, we can't play her at cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at the rules.
Nope. Carl, if you keep rejecting it, if you keep saying no rather than yes,
so
it should. Because as I mentioned, I had to try and so if you go no, thank you instead.
That's what I've been doing. The open rules spread throughout this region, which is what we want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. You should be able to play your.
We don't want random. Trade rules all, but it's random. Same plus. No, we're not going to change these rules. So we can't play Edea.
Accidentally got random spread.
It's because we've been challenging people from other regions. If you never challenge anyone from another region, what about you, Sid? You leave me no choice. Nope. So we can't play these guys at cards. Right, fuck this. I'm not playing with random on because we'll just lose. So I guess we're not getting Edea's card just yet.
Yeah, because that's the issue I found is trying to get back to the perfect easy rule set is so difficult.
Yeah. The instant I see random, I'm not playing. As long as, inside of Garden, we have that, that's fine. Because we can go do, next session, we can go do the, for fuck's sake, I keep saying A to go forward. We can do the card club thing, which gets you Edea's card anyway.
If you basically go up a little bit.
Yeah, it's in here, isn't it? But I just want people to appreciate we have this entire world map here, and I believe it's in this bit, isn't it?
It's literally that little island to the left of your thumb there, yeah. So if you go directly up and into the alcove of the island above you. So turn left around this island.
I cannot understate how fucking infuriating this was as a kid. Because they say, go find the White Seed ship, and then nobody in the game ever tells you where it is.
No, you need to go back out of that bit, and it's the island just to the left of you here.
Oh, this one here, I see it.
That one there, yeah.
I just want people to... I want people to appreciate how fucking ridiculous this is, where they're saying, go find something on the entire world map.
That's where it's saying it is on the map.
Well, the thing is, we'll have to keep an eye out because I think it hides behind one of these rocks. So we're going to have to just whole-wug all of this. Because it is just tucked into one of these alcoves. And there are, forum threads from like over a decade ago now, like, where the fuck is the White Seed ship? Because the game just does not tell you. It says go find it. And it's somewhere in here. Do what, sorry?
I'm just having a quick check. Oh, you have to go to the recovery room. And
before it appears?
Before it appears.
Okay.
And enter the dream world, and I'm like, okay.
Let's go do that then.
So instead of doing that, we need to enter the dream world first, and then we need to go to that location.
And the thing is as well, what part of the game told us to do that? We were told to go find the White Seed ship, and that's how you end up getting lost.
Oh no, it's dream world, go to the orphanage to talk to Edea again, which she gives you a letter, and then find the ship.
Okay.
So yeah, very well communicated there, game.
So you know what? Fucking let's go fast.
So I guess all it's meant to be is like, but Squall, we care about Renoa, and it's like you're meant to go and check on her. But
because that's one of the most infuriating things about video games, where they anticipate or they clearly expect you to care more about Renoa than we evidently do. So of course you want to go check on Renoa. Why would we need to tell you to check on Renoa? You care about her. It's the first thing you do. I'm reminded of like the first season of Walking Dead, where there's like the choice to take Clementine with you to like a raid. And the developers were surprised, like, wow, we thought people would want to protect Clementine. Why did 95% of players bring her along to this dangerous location? Like, because you've taught us throughout all of the game that the safest place for Clementine to be is next to us.
Yeah.
And then they were surprised that people made the choice, that they thought, like, wow, so many people are irresponsible to bring her with them. It's like, the gameplay tells us that she's safer next to us. Why would we leave her alone?
Yeah, because if we leave her alone, then the chances you come back and she's been like killed by zombies.
Yeah. You were so full of life. So full of excuses. This is like talking to a wall. Squall, now you know how it feels.
That's fair.
Notice as well that none of them got anything junctioned. They unjunctioned all of our stuff, look, can you see? So just really helpful. They just took away all of my junctions for this scene. And Lucas, I'd like to ask you, is there any reason for them to have done that? Is there any reason they had to unjunction all of my magic so I have to redo it again in this 10-minute long sequence to then undo it and redo it when I come back to the real world? Like, did they really need to do that? So at least we're back to, like, a cool part of the game.
I guess, and like, we're just in some weird place, but yeah, sure. It's so weird, like how it just jumps around the story of Laguna.
It does, yeah, because you think as well, I'm pretty sure this is like after Ward is dead, or like after he got his throat cut because he's not said anything.